Hi, I'm Paul from Test Data Services, and this is the third of the real-world test automation videos. It's focusing on MFA tokens. In this video, we're going to create a brand new user for an AWS console, that's for AWS Web Services, and I'm going to force MFA token security for that user, and then we're going to show you a script that's set up to make use of these calls so that it actually figures out what the code is, enters the code, and logs in. So this is a rather useful real-world example of being able to get past what's normally a bit of a blocker, is these MFA tokens. So let's start by creating a user. Now to create the user, I'm going to leverage Postman here. I'm going to get a random person. You can look at all the intro videos for how to do this. Now this person's Megan Marriott. Copy there, and we want console access. We want to use a custom password, and we don't want to change the password. I'm going to just note in Notepad here what the email address is, and for later I'm going to just populate this URL. The other thing I need to do is I need to grab a password. So I'm going to use password 4 here. I frequently use password 4. It's got quite a lot of characters in it. It's fairly good strength. So I'll put that into my notepad as well for later. And let's go back to the password. I'm pasting that password in here just to show it. That's the password. You can see that. Now let's just go through this review and create user. So we now eventually have a user created. So that's our new user. That's Megan. Now what we're going to do is set that user to have MFA. Easiest way to do that is just to go straight to the console screen for security credentials. Now assigned MFA device, there's nothing. Let's do one. We're going to use a virtual MFA device, and we're going to show the secret key. That's the QR code for that key. We're going to copy it. Now I'm going to go back to Postman to make use of two calls. The first is to assign that secret to that person, to Megan's email. So I'm going to override the old secret I had in there and hit send. So what this has done is it's used as query parameters Megan's email address, the subscription key, and this new secret, and it says it's successful. Now if I get an MFA code, it's got two query parameters for the get Google Auth code call, the email address and the subscription. So this email address is Megan. So this means that we've got two tokens, the current token and the next token. I can now put the current token in, the next token in, assign, and we have green, which is great. So we've got a user created, MFA configured, which is nice. Next thing we can do is go to the actual script itself, and we'll go in here and replace the old one I did a dry run for, and let's get user ID is Megan, copy, paste, and the password, paste, save, close. So now we've added in a user ID and a password, and the script itself, this is the script. So the script will go and it'll open the login page. It will type in the user. It will then wait for the password, type the password in, and then it will click on the sign in button. It will click on the MFA code, and then it will run this bit of JavaScript. This is from within the VUGen script, which is a TruClient script. It will run this. What this is doing is it's setting up an XML HTTP request, which will do a Google Auth code, put in the email address with a subscription key, and it will then wait for a response. And then if there's less than 2 seconds left in that token, it'll wait 2 seconds, otherwise it'll just proceed. and it'll use the auth token. So let's push play and see how this goes. First navigation screen's a little bit slow sometimes, but not too bad. Waiting. Okay, so now we're entering in the user ID, which is Megan, entering in the password, hitting the sign in button, and now we're going to type in the code, and voila! Eventually, we have a screen. So there you go. We've created a user, we've activated an MFA token, we've used test data service calls to register the secret against the email address of the user that we created so that we can fetch that token whenever we like and log in with that user as often as we want. And MFA tokens are no longer a blocker. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.